let's go ahead and move on. Up next, we have the Lions, who are 0-8, taking on the Steelers, who are 5-3. The Lions coming off their bye, and they are on the road, getting spotted 8 points, and the over/under is 42.5. Ben Roethlisberger is 4-0 versus the Lions in his career. Detroit is actually one of three teams that he is undefeated against in his career. Jake, can you guess the other two teams that Big Ben has faced but has never lost to?
That has Cardinals.
No, he's lost to the Cardinals. He has never lost to the LA Rams or the Carolina Panthers.
Ooh, I thought you were gonna say like one of my favorite teams. I wasn't gonna say the Ravens because I was like, yeah, we've
No,
definitely beat him
he
some.
the Ravens have definitely beat the
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Steelers.
say. I thought you were just setting me up like as a favorite team deal. I was like, oh, Cardinals, because it's
No,
definitely
no,
not the
no.
Ravens.
No, I'm saying who has Big Ben never lost to? Um,
Yeah,
Detroit, Rams,
makes
Panthers.
sense.
In fact, the Steelers are 13-2 versus the Lions in the Super Bowl era. Interestingly enough, the only times that they have lost to the Lions were on Thanksgiving. They're 13-0 in all other games. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they are 0-8 for the fourth time in franchise history. In all of those other seasons, they did not win their ninth game. The Lions have scored fewer than 20 points in 7 straight games. Personally, for me, this one is pretty easy. I'm taking the Steelers -8. I'm taking the under 42.5. Fantasy wise, Najee Harris is the main guy that I trust in this game. Swift, of course, on the Lions side. Hawkinson, yes, even though he's been a relative disappointment considering what he was drafted to be. Pat Fryermuth is definitely interesting as a tight end candidate. Deontay Johnson is another solid play. I wouldn't start Chase Claypool. I wouldn't start anyone else on the Lions. Jake, what are you thinking?
I think you nailed it on the head. There's not much to this game. This was a game that I initially looked at, though. I was like, oh, this could be a game that the Lions actually cover. I don't think they win, but they could actually cover because Steelers tend to play very close games. Lions tend to play very close games as well. I just I can't bet on the Lions this year. I've bet on them so many times and lost because I'm like, oh yeah, this is the game that they cover. Oh, if they can't win this game, they'll never win. So yeah, I can't do it again. So I'm gonna take the Steelers. I'm gonna take the under on this one as well too. Fantasy, I love everybody that you said. Naj, Deontay Johnson, Fryermuth is actually turning into a solid tight end play.
The Muth is
He's
Luth.
the youth evolute. It's freaking awesome. That's a great nickname by the fantasy footballers. I love it. And also just watching the game and hearing the entire stadium just go mute. It's awesome. So yeah, I like Fryermuth in this game. I like Najee. I like Deontay. Go ahead and start those guys up. You're pretty comfortable with them at this point. Um, yeah, as far as the Lions go, Swift is the only one that I like. TJ, probably because you have to start TJ Hawkinson. He's definitely, like you said, Mike, a letdown. But DeAndre Swift, like me and Matt have talked about for a while, he's going to be a very big disappointment the whole first half. The second half is when they're just going to start dumping off and trying to get him involved in the passing game and make everything up for you. So ends up having a great game to a very good game for you in the second half. So yeah, I don't think there's too much to worry about on this one. Go ahead and have the Steelers cover. Take the under. Call it a day.
Boom. Thank you for listening to this little highlight of the 2 Minute Drill podcast. If you want to follow along to other games, here's a playlist for you. If you want to listen to the show in its entirety, show links are in the description. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.